Hello and welcome to another Odyssey raid guide. This raid guide will cover the tactics for Avatar of Tech in Batcave 3. The setup we are using here is 1 tank, 3 DPS, 2 healers and 2 controllers. This fight is possible with 1 healer but can be risky. The fight consists of 3 main phases. Phase 1 and 2 are the hardest phases of this fight, and most leagues that reach phase 3 will successfully kill the boss. Phase 1 is predominantly about surviving individually. If you mess up a tactic, you will only get yourself killed in this phase. However, you may risk the death of another raid member if they try to pick you up. There are several key abilities to remember in phase 1. The main one is what we call a 360 grenade barrage. The 360 grenade barrage comes out of the left arm of the Avatar of Tech. The easiest way to avoid this is to keep behind Avatar of Tech when he does this. The grenade barrage will start in one position and rotate 360 degrees around the room to this position, so the raid must continually move and keep behind his left arm at all times to avoid this damage. If you're unlucky enough to be stuck in front of him, then the best thing to do is block and hope your healers can get some heals on you. If you're a tank, or just an ice class, or anything with any form of damage reflection, it will mitigate the damage and probably stop you getting killed. This is the 360 now. As you can see, rolling and being in close proximity to Avatar of Tech is the most favourable tactic. The Avatar of Tech phase only lasts approximately 25% of his health. The other abilities to watch out for are this AoE red circle that you see. If you see it near you, just roll away from it. The flame does approximately 700 damage. Again, generally it can be ignored. There is also an aerial barrage, which generally grounds people and damages people who are flying. This is to stop them being able to avoid the ground damage. This phase is about being patient. You do not have to rush it, just keep behind Brainiac at all times and DPS him slowly. Phase 2 is the Avatar of Crawler phase. This is heavily focused on tanking and tactics. If one person messes up a tactic, then the entire raid can be wiped. The tank should aim to pull Avatar of Crawler towards a wall. This is because Avatar of Crawler does heavy frontal damage, and if he is facing the raid, people will lose health quickly. If you are targeted by a whirlwind, then you should keep away from all of the raid members. You are given a speed boost, but it will suck in all of the raid members around you and stop them using their abilities. If they are targeted by another mechanic, this can kill anyone who has been taken up by the whirlwind. If there's a lot of people around you, the best thing to do is stay in your current position, and they should move away from you. The large single target red circle will still apply in this fight. If it is near you, simply roll out of it. It doesn't cause many headaches. As you can see, there are sometimes some white domes around the room. These occur when Avatar of Crawler throws out yellow orbs. These yellow orbs turn into the domes, and the domes will suck you into them and throw you about and cause damage. Again, you cannot cast any abilities when you're in them, so try to get out of them ASAP, as they will do significant damage as shown here. If somebody dies within these domes, do not try to pick them up, as it will also kill you. Another key mechanic is the smaller single target reticule. This is shown as a red circle around a player. If they get this, they should simply stop what they are doing and block. Anybody near them should move away. When you get this red circle, you do not have time to roll or move away from other people. Focus on your own survival, other people have time to get away from you. This mechanic can coincide with the whirlwind. If somebody gets a whirlwind and picks someone up with the single target red reticule, it will often kill all people within the whirlwind, as the single target reticule will damage everybody nearby. The final mechanic in this phase is a charge. It is not a random target, it targets the furthest person in the raid. The best way to control this is put a controller at the furthest point from Avatar of Crawler from where he's being tanked. This way, When you see him run on the spot, you know he will charge them, and they will have plenty of time to roll out of the way. Once raid members have mastered these tactics, then this phase is a very easy kill. Just remember that if you forget a tactic individually, then you can wipe your entire raid. Once Avatar of Crawler is down, you will then move on to the third and final phase of the fight. Most teams with enough people up in this phase will kill it very easily. I will also mention now that in phase 2 you should spread out as much as possible. This will stop people getting sucked into whirlwinds immediately when people are targeted. If you notice someone near you, take it up on yourself to move away from them. Don't expect other people to move from you. Now you can see phase 3. At the beginning of phase 3, all you have is Brainiac. Brainiac can hit very hard and will de-aggro the tank regularly to target other raid members. He will also emit these orange orbs. These orange orbs in this case do not result in white domes. If you are hit by them, they will do heavy damage, approximately 1.5k in some cases, but this damage does vary. In terms of tanking Brainiac, he is very difficult to position due to the de-aggroing. When the tank does aggro, he still can hit a tank for quite a lot of damage. If he starts to do heavy damage, simply roll away as he moves slowly. After a certain amount of time, Eradicators will spawn in the middle. These Eradicators will have Eradicator drones spawning around the perimeter of them. The Eradicator will become mobile once enough Eradicator drones reach it, so the aim of this phase is to kill the Eradicator in the middle before Eradicator drones can reach him. Don't worry if 1 or 2 Eradicator drones do reach the Eradicator, as this will not spawn him, and if you've had enough DPS, even if he does become mobile, you should be able to burn him down quickly. An Eradicator that spawns and becomes active on high health can wipe the raid. They do very high damage and have a lot of defense. In this video we show how to do the Eradication Denied feat. This is for killing Brainiac without any Eradicators receiving Eradicator drones. The way we do this is to use controllers or an ice tank to use some form of lasso power to pull the Eradicator drones away from the central Eradicator. This way your DPS can simply focus on the Eradicator in the middle and burn him down very quickly, while all the Eradicator drones are pulled as far away from the Eradicator as possible. There will be 3 Eradicators overall in this fight. Once the 3rd Eradicator is killed, no more will spawn. Once this has been completed, it is a simple case of tanking Brainiac and killing him. Just remember that if you are getting low on HP as a tank and he is doing any of his mighty attacks, then roll away, as he can kill you, even with reflex on. If the central Eradicators are not killed quick enough, several of them can spawn. These Eradicators will randomly target people in the raid and stun them, even when they are immobile. If you have more than one up at a time, this can cause wipes, as both your healers may be stunned. If somebody dies at any point in this phase, it should be easy to pick them up. The only case where this does not apply is if Brainiac stays near them and is doing heavy local AoE. We'll now leave you to watch the rest of the fight. At this point we have killed 2 Eradicators and there is 1 more to kill. After this we will simply DPS Brainiac down and tank him. Again, this phase is about patience. Do not try to kill him too fast, just kill him slowly and safely. If you rush him, your tank may die or raid members may die. Thank you for watching this guide, and please watch out in the future for the Brainiac guide that will cover how to do the total annihilation feat.